Hello, beautiful Scorpio, and welcome to Tea and Tarot Time with Julie. I'm back again. It is your general guidance for August 2025 for the month. It's an overview. I will be back with more stuff during August, but this is kind of the overview for the whole month as we approach that month. So I hope you enjoy it. It is good for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross-watching. Okay, all right, everything you need to know is in the description box below. Let's have a little look what we've got going on then for my Scorpios. Okay, all righty, so let's get your affirmation before we start. These are mine from Hoping to Having. And the affirmation for my Scorpios is, my body is a healing machine. I am healthy. Interesting. Okay. The health card came out quite a bit for regarding the new moon manifestation, if you've seen that video on the 24th of July. So health is a focus for you. All right. Let's get your animal oracle. This is your sort of totem, your animal totem for the month. Frog spirit, clear out the clutter. This could be related to health, okay, that you need a bit of a detox. Only you will know, okay? All right, and let's get your theme. This is the wisdom of the oracle for my Scorpios, please. All right, peace. Now, that makes sense, doesn't it? Let's have a little look at this before we go to the tarot. So, my body is a healing machine. It absolutely is, unless it's filled with toxicity and poison, in which case it's being poisoned continually. And it doesn't matter how much healing you do, until you take away the poison, your body can't recover. So what is the poison for you? It could be stress. That's very toxic on the body. And that stress could be arguments and hassle from family, from work, from situations, okay? It could be substance, as in food or drink that you're eating or drinking that is not agreeing with your system. And you may, like I used to do repeatedly for about 5 years between 2015 and 2020, take another pill, get another supplement, do another cleanse, and I still wasn't getting any better, because it turned out that actually I'm intolerant to a load of food that I was eating almost every day. So I wasn't getting any better until I removed those foods, and then I got better. So it's kind of looking at all of that. All right, so perhaps it's alcohol, perhaps it's your mother-in-law driving you nuts, and then it upsets your stomach and your system, and whatever it is for you. Okay, we want to look at, they're saying go a bit deeper. Okay, it's Scorpio, they can handle it. Okay, all right. It could be underlying old stress. All right, if you've seen any of my interviews on the podcast that I guest on occasionally, I talk about the impact on my health of previous trauma, and once I cleared the trauma, my health got better. So it might be something deeper and bigger that goes back further that needs to come up and out. All right, have a little look at that, but they're asking you to look at it in August. Okay, clearing out the clutter can be exactly that, in order to help your health lift and improve. But clutter can also be real clutter, as in too much stuff, in the garage, in the attic, in the house, in the drawers, in the closets, just too much stuff. And when we've got too much stuff, apart from the fact that it makes cleaning harder and longer and more difficult, then it also represents the clutter in our own mind and in our own energy. When we clear out physical clutter, it is amazing what it does to our mental and emotional health. We feel lifted, we feel lighter, we feel brighter, we feel so much better. So maybe, even though it's not spring anywhere in the world right now, it's either summer or winter, maybe it's time for a spring clean. Okay, is it time to go through the drawers and the closets and the wardrobes and all your stuff and get rid of stuff, clear out the clutter? Some of that clutter could be, old and stale and moldy and toxic and crappy, and clear it out is going to help your mental health, emotional health, and maybe your physical health too. And sometimes the clutter is within our systems. How often do you clear out your Facebook cache and friends and old photos? How often do you clear out your computer from old files and folders and stuff you no longer use? As we clear stuff out, it really does energetically clear us out as well. Okay, so some of you are needing a bit of a declutter, and it's going to bring you this beautiful peace. All right, the eggs in Oracle, they're not in tarot, but they are in a lot of Oracle decks. Eggs represent the good stuff cracking open, and what we're wanting here is the peace to crack open. Now it's a 23, that's a 5. 5's the numbers of change. So as I make this change, focusing on my health and well-being and decluttering people, places, things and situations and habits and behaviors, declutter, it helps me come into a place of peace. And particularly for us in the Northern Hemisphere, because it's our summer, it is a good time to declutter and clean, because you can have all the doors and windows open and let it all blow through without freezing your butt off. Okay, alrighty, let's see what the tarot want to add. Okay, we've got the 6 of Wands, the card of victory. Yay! Victorious, being seen, being recognized, success, we love it. Okay, with the Knight of Swords, so we're taking some action on communicating. Ace of Wands, nice, you see. Yeah, all right, let me get them all out and then we'll talk. All right, 9 of Swords, that's what we need to get rid of, with the 9 of Wands in the center. All right, so these 2 9s are heavy, and that's what's being decluttered. Emperor, we're moving into a far better space here. We've got the 6 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. So only one major arcana, the Emperor, but that'll do me. We like the Emperor, don't we? Yeah, power, in your power. Ooh, fabulous. Okay, but let's have a look here. So the central card, the 9 of Wands. Right, this is the battle-weary soldier. He's exhausted. He's on his knees, bless him. And he's saying, yeah, no, I'm not giving up. Just give me a minute, catch my breath, and then I'll crack on, okay? It's a card of perseverance, push through, but recognize that there is tiredness, exhaustion, heaviness, okay? For us in the Northern Hemisphere, I know lots of you in Australia, New Zealand watch me, so, please forgive, but a lot of us are in the Northern Hemisphere. It's our summer holidays, and the schools are off, and this is when people have holidays and breaks, and even if they can't afford a vacation, they may be taking some time off because the kids are off school and they've got to look after the kids. But it's all about, when was the last time I had a break? I had a holiday. I stood still. I just had a, right? I need a bit of time in August to catch my breath, please, because I'm knackered, okay? So 9 of Wands, the battle-weary soldier, is the influence through August. So let's recognize it. All right, if you've been working, lots of people just have a day or two off at Christmas and then work right the way through to the summer, and then hopefully can take a few days off in August, by which time you're exhausted. You've been working for nearly 8 months. You're tired. So are you tired? Most of you are, all right? And when we get tired, everything feels a little bit overwhelming. And so just a bit of a rest, and a declutter is going to make me feel better, okay? I want to get back to this place of peace. So why do I need the peace? Well, the 6 of Wands comes after the 5 of Wands, which is a battle card. And the 9 of Swords is underneath it, which is stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, exhaustion, tiredness, all right? But he's the 6 of Wands, not the 5. So he's won the battle. He's been victorious. He's returning from the battle, riding high, going, whoop, whoop, look at me. I did it. Yay, go me, pat on the back. Right? Recognition, being seen, victory. Yay, me. Okay? But we're recognizing that 9 of Swords underneath. This was a hard-won battle. This was pretty exhausting, because that 9 of Wands, right? Now, the 9 of Swords is stress. So who or what around you has been stressful? Is it to do with the health that's keeping you awake? It's nothing to do with other people and stress, but you haven't slept properly for weeks and you're getting more and more tired. Why aren't you sleeping if that's the case? Because people at peace generally sleep very well. So what's going on? Look at your sleep, look at your health, look at your stress levels, look at your exhaustion. I know I sound like I'm a right nagging, moaning Minnie today, don't I? But this is the message coming through for your guidance for August. Please look after you, is basically what they're saying, okay? Now, we've got the Six of Cups under here. So we've got 3 60s in this little row, right? The Six of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles we'll come on to in a minute. But the Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia and family and soul energy. So this battle might have been to do with your children or your partner or your family, your parents. I want you to just listen to your heart, let your soul guide you. Realize that you're tired. Scorp, you're tired, my lovely people, and allow yourself to communicate that. We've got the Knight of Swords. Knights are action. So we're not just thinking it, we're going to speak it. We're going to get it out, all right? Knight of Swords, letters, phone calls, emails, texting, say what you want to say. Right? This could be to do with work, and you could be applying for a job here. Anything to do with the communication that is within the action, that is going to bring this 9 of Wands to a 10 so we can close it out of this exhaustion and battle weariness. And we want to be open to receive. You've got the Six of Pentacles here, the card of receiving. This is the universe saying, here you go. Here's some stuff for you. Here's some good stuff for you. Here's rewards coming your way. So this is the card of the generous provider, having more than enough, right? If you've been in a situation where you've got just enough or not quite enough, this is now it coming towards you. Because you're taking action, because you're being seen, because you're decluttering and you're letting go and getting rid of what you don't need, it opens you up to receive more. You see, the universe can't give you stuff if there's nowhere to put it, because it's so full of other stuff, there's no room, right? The universe loves a void. Whenever you create a void, they'll give you something to fill it, okay? A friend goes, a new friend comes in. You know, there's always, the universe wants to give you something here, all right? But you need to create a space so that you have got your hands open to be able to receive it. And he hasn't got his hands open because he's so busy holding his wands up. So let's create some space so that you can receive. And that then lets you move into this row, which is where the good stuff is. Okay? The Ace of Wands is a new beginning that is enthusiastic and passionate and exciting. It's energized. So, because I've looked after me and my health, and I've decluttered and I've got my peace back, and I'm sorting it, and now I can have my energy to step into something new from a place of empowerment, from a place of I did it. This is my life. Nobody can fix it for me. Nobody can change it for me. I'm changing it because I'm the emperor. And that is taking me to my 10 of Pentacles. There's my abundance. There's my prosperity. There's the good stuff coming through. So I am in this victory energy. I'm being seen. I'm being recognized that I've done the battle and I'm coming through it towards the end, and I am open to receive the good stuff that the universe wants to give me. This looks very good, okay? But you've got to look after you. All right, let's find out a little bit more. What am I clarifying here? Let's have a look at these 2 9s. I don't want all them. Let's have a look at these 9 of Swords and 9 of Wands. Tell me some more about these. Give me some advice for my Scorpios, please. Okay, Ace of Wands again. I don't want to read. Oh, I've got the deck upside down. They're saying turn it round. Okay, Ace of Wands again. So we've got the Ace of Wands twice. The Ace of Wands can be a new job, a new career, a new lover. It's interesting, exciting, it's passionate, it's enthusiastic. It might be a new hobby, but it's something that is really good and it's new, and we like this. Okay, so maybe that's what you're stressing about. You're doing something new and you're, okay, all right, they're saying excitement and stress are two sides of the same coin. They both raise cortisol and adrenaline, but one makes you feel good and one makes you feel bad. But they can both keep you awake at night. Perhaps the Nine of Swords isn't you stressing about something that's keeping you awake. Perhaps you're all excited because you're going on holiday, or you're moving home, or you've got a new lover. But the Ace of Wands is good, very, very good. Okay, so a new beginning, be open to that. And we need to let go of what old stuff might be lingering. Three of Swords, this is tears and painfulness and regrets and sadness. Okay, so let's acknowledge it and say, right, perhaps that's why I've got the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands, because I've been going through a loss, a big change that I didn't want, and it's been hard and heavy. So I acknowledge it with compassion and love, but trust that a new beginning that's exciting and uplifting is coming in here for me. Okay, if there was tears over a job I didn't get, I've got the Victory card and the Ten of Pentacles, so it means something better is coming. Okay, so just trust. Nine of Cups, that the wish fulfilled is on its way. You've got the card of receiving and you've got the card of the wishes coming true. So this looks very good. Look after you, be gentle with you, and allow yourself to be open to receive the good stuff that wants to come your way. Okay? All right, let's finish off with an angel card for my Scorpios, please, for August. What do the angels want to add? Thank you so much. Moving towards the light. Very pertinent, particularly if you've been in a bit of a dark space. All right, you are moving towards the light, and the light is getting brighter, and you're being guided by this angel up and over this bridge. This is a new bridge leading to a new path that is leading to much brighter light and more beautiful colours. So you're moving into a much better space, which I like for you. And let's get a final message from the unicorns. This is the magic of the unicorns. I don't use these all the time, but I have done for this batch of 12 readings for you. The law of grace. All right, grace is about flow, just being graceful, just allowing, just not stressing, just being in that space. It's a number 41, and that's a 5, and 5s are about change. Okay, so we're in this changing energy. Be your divine essence. Let me bring it up here because it's not focusing. Be your divine essence. Dissolve all in grace. So who and what is your divine essence? You're pure love, pure light. You are source personified. You are divine. That is your divine essence. So dissolve all in grace. All that is not love, let it fall away. Let it dissolve in the magic of the light of love. All right? I was slow there because they were saying it slowly. All right, my beautiful Scorpio, that's what I have for you. Before you go, I just want to say thank you so much for your time, for watching, enjoying, for those of you that like it, the video, and share it, and for subscribing. Thank you so much. And to my paid members, you are awesome. Thank you for your support of my channel. I'll be back next week with something for Lionsgate. And in the meantime, I'm going to pop up here your money and career for August, and down here your loving connections also for August. I'll see you again soon. Take care, Scorpio. Lots of love. Bye-bye.